unfortunately, we missed a lot of the practice here this morning. No changes that it looked like. I'm sorry to ask you this, but change-wise, personnel-wise? From
Well, we'll see tomorrow. There'll probably be one change up front. Everything else is the same.
Brassard's crash last game, was that health-wise? Or?
No. He'll get back in for us here tomorrow. So, we're just rotating guys around.
Have you decided on a goaltender for tomorrow, Coach?
Yeah, so we'll go.
Obviously, an air of confidence surrounding Mads based on his performance and what you've seen so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a small sample size, but he's a big guy who looked real confident in there. Obviously, another home start here, and we'll see how he looks tomorrow.
If Talbot happens to, if DJ's Pierce said that Talbot may skate with you.
Yeah, he's going to morning skate tomorrow, practice the next day, and then we'll see if he's available on that the second game of the back-to-back.
So that would be Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And if not, certainly next Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
He still feels like 7 points out where things stand. Feels like in it. You as the head coach still feel like you guys are in, despite the ups and the downs, the amount of injuries you had. Like you still look at things and go.
Well, I think competitively, you always think you're in it. Let's be clear there. But we're just having fun. We're playing. We're trying to win as many games as possible, and we'll look at that. We're going month at a time here. We know we want to be over 500 again this month. That's our battle, and then we'll look at it March 1st. And then as you get to under 20 games or under 15 games, then you got to look at it and say, okay, what is it you'd have to do realistically to make this happen? But for us, it's just small goals, month at a time, week at a time, and let's see where we're at March 1st.
What have you done in the six of these last 7 games, though, that have Brady talked the other day about you playing fast?
Yeah, we're getting up the ice way quicker. We've got our fourth guy in the rush better. And we're not squeezing it as much. You know what? I just think, when you're squeezing it, the pucks don't go in for you. Right now we're getting a few bounces too. We went a long time without getting a bounce, and we're getting a lot more bounces right now, than we had. But to me, we're just having fun again. I think you put pressure on yourself. We lost that game to Pittsburgh on that series there, and that was a real blow for our team. And then we got whacked the next night. Winnipeg came in here and gave it to us, and that was a real low point for our group. And then since then, we're just playing hockey, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
How would you assess how DeBrincat has played for you this season?
Really good. I don't know how many posts and crossbars he's hit, but if they were keeping the stat, it'd be up there as the league lead probably. He's got the goals he's had, could have 30 already. And like I said, it'll just start going in, I think, here. But he's playing good away from the puck. He's playing good team hockey. Defensively, he's been really good. I got no problem putting him in any situation.
Banner tomorrow night. What do you think it tells about the organization to honor a player of his style?
Well, I think the biggest thing is he's been a guy that's looked after everyone in this organization for a lot of years. The amount of skill and players that they've had here that are able to play their game because of him, I'm sure plenty would say, he had a huge part in that. And then clearly as a player like him that fought and hit, he had a lot more skill than typically guys that did that role, and his durability. And you just listen to the teammates talk about him. They walked in and felt like they could play their game in any city they went to.
Stutz, DJ, like Stilgard was saying earlier this week, he felt he was a guy, Tim was, that kind of made him feel comfortable when he came up again as a goalie. He goes, grabs the puck after Mandalazy's first win the other night. Like, for all the stuff he's doing on the ice production-wise, do you sense there's a step there of growth in terms of being the guy that's looking after his teammates no matter what your role is within the team? Do you notice any steps there in his maturity?
Yeah, that's fair. And he's a nice kid. Take the hockey aside, he's just a nice kid. And I think he realizes when you come up and you're young, you need a friend and you need someone to talk to you. You want to feel comfortable. Timmy, Brady, they're all like that. They're just nice kids.
Hasn't really said in I don't know. I feel like a couple buddies over there, but it's a lot of new guys too. So shouldn't be too hard to get focused and it's definitely one I want to win.
Does it make it more or less weird that it's this far into the season for your first game against them?
Probably less weird, more comfortable here. Been apart from them for quite a while now, so it's been good here, and I'm excited to play tomorrow.
Dorian was just giving us a bit of an update on your situation. Said you're not going to be traded and you're not even on the market, so to speak, before the deadline. How much does that maybe help you just relax and not have to think about March 3rd?
Yeah, for sure. It's I think it's a pretty stressful time for a lot of guys in the league, and you just kind of try to block it out, but sometimes it's a little bit hard. So, it's good that I'm here, and just keep getting comfortable here, and just play my game.
And I guess you really appreciate the fact that now when you look at your you think of Kane and Taves and what they're probably going through leading up to March 3rd, that's not a worry for you, that it could have been if you were still over there?
Yeah, for sure. I think, it's been tough for them, I'm sure. They've been there for quite a long time, and to have to move or kind of make that decision is probably weighing on them a lot. And, they're the faces of that franchise for so long. It's probably tough to make that decision. So, feel for them, and, I think, they want to win too, though, so I'm sure they're weighing all options and kind of going about it that way. So, I look forward to seeing them, and, hopefully they can go and win somewhere, but we'll see.
Have you talked to Patrick much this year, or some of the other guys on the team keep in touch?
Yeah. I've kept in touch with quite a few guys. I think, here and there, not too much, but it's they're friends now. I saw a couple of them on bye week too. They were at the same place as us, so it was nice catching up with them.
Just watching what Kane's been going through this year, and just kind of the uncertainty, just given the relationship with an old teammate, a friend. Like, I'm sure, like a lot of us, figured he was going to be in Chicago for life. What's it like watching from afar here as a friend of his?
Yeah, I think it's all things considered, it's been tough for him. I think, a lot of his buddies got moved out last year, and I think he's been going through a little bit of the injury stuff, and missed a couple games for that. So, all things considered, it's a tough season, and I can't say he probably wants to be in a rebuild right now, but you guys can ask him that. But he's so competitive, being with him for so long. He's a guy who wants to win every night and be the best player on the ice every night. So I can imagine this is tough for him. So, but yeah, excited to see if he can find a new home and get comfortable there. I think that's exciting for I think everyone in the league to watch, and maybe not when you're playing against him, but watching on TV, it's always fun. So yeah, we'll see.
Alex, how would you describe your team's play here over the last 6 or 7 games?
Yeah, I think we've been playing well. I think we've been working pretty hard. I think that's a tough back-to-back, and obviously that comeback win was huge for the confidence, and playing a good Islanders team too. That's tough on a back-to-back, and we ended up battling it out to win that one too. So I think we're feeling good. We just got to keep working hard, and stick to the game plan. I think we'll be fine.
Alex, is it fair to say that in terms of contract negotiations between the Senators, it's in a holding pattern right now, like kind of a wait-and-see thing?
Yeah, I honestly don't really know too much. I leave it to my agent to kind of figure that out, and we talk every once in a while, but yeah, haven't heard too much, but I'll just leave it to them to figure that out.
I tried to get an update on Pierre, and the only thing he would say is he's trying to secure a Chipotle franchise. I'm assuming would that sway you a little bit? Get a Chipotle out in the West End here, or what?
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe we could get a deal done with that. So, yeah, that would be good.